Well, it's that time to put the ct70 back together. I got it on my bench. I'm going to start, I guess, with putting the steering column back on. So the first thing you got to do, and I put them all in this little dish here, magnetic dish. First thing you got to do is put the ball bearings right here, and kind of all in here. I'm going to put a little coat of grease in there so they'll stick, and it goes underneath here, of course. Right here, kind of sits in here, and I might put some grease inside the in here also, just to, I don't know, maybe a little bit. Probably not. I guess it won't make a difference because the bearings are sitting on the outside. So anyway, and then put the bearings here and feed this through, tie it all up. Okay, so I've applied my thin coating of grease right here. I'm going to take these little ball bearings right here and just lay them out side by side right here. Okay, I've placed all the bearings in place. I'm going to put a little thin coat of grease over top of these ones, and then I'll do the bottom part. And see, and this shaft right here will slip underneath this way, come out this top, up top, and then you tighten it down with this, and yeah, it's kind of trying to remember how to put it back together. It's been a while since this bike's been in pieces, so we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so I've got the steering column on. So next to put on is a chrome bracket, which goes right here for the shocks to go through. Hello YouTube. Time to put this thing together, eh? So I'm putting as much as I can together on the on my bench right now. So I got steering column in. It's not well, the bottom part is tight. This isn't, because I still need to put the front shocks on. Right now I'm putting the rear swing arm on, and I'll be putting the shocks on as I'm going along too. You know, bolts are all over the place. I'm finding them here, finding them there. I'm kind of gonna clean those up too and paint them. Here's the shocks right here, the rear shocks. They seem to be in good shape. I'll keep them. You know, like I said, this is mostly for my kids and my wife. They don't weigh near as much as I do, so they'll be fine with those shocks. Well, I've got my swing arm pivot bolt here. Just painted the ends up with flat black. Bolt 2. Same with the washer. Just painted one side. And this is where it goes, right here on this side. Push it through all the way to the other end. And I'm not going to tighten it up. I'm going to snug it up. And we should be ready to put the shocks on. You can see I got the bolt through. Goes through this area right here. Comes out right here. Pretty easy to put the rear shocks. Basically just slide them through here, right here, and then bolt them up on either side. Well, I don't mind showing mistakes that I make, and this one is a pretty good mistake. I put this upside down. As you can tell, I'm sure some of you have noticed and probably thinking, what the heck am I doing? This is supposed to be down below, this up top. So the whole thing has to go upside down. Right side up. So there you go, folks. made a mistake, and I'm sure I've made some other ones. If you see some and I haven't corrected them, you can mention it, and I'm fine with that. Okay, so next step is to install the shocks right here. Here's one right here. I did replace the seals, bottom, and the springs are on. I'm just going to take this top part right here, it comes right off, and I'm going to slide the boot right over, and then mount it up. Now, since I painted this frame, of course, some paint has gotten inside here, and there's not much tolerance for the shock to slide into here, so I'm going to have to take some fine sandpaper and maybe give this a bit of a scuff on the inside so this shocks will slide in a little easier. Did forget to mention that I read somewhere is that you should put grease on here and inside the boot. So not too sure why, but read that somewhere is to put grease inside the boot and in here. Okay, this is the amount of grease I put on anyway. Not too sure if that's enough. I'm gonna slide the boot over top and then go from there and see. I might add more inside the boot, but for now I can put more in this because it makes it too hard to work with, too slippery, too messy. So slide the boot on, we'll see what happens. Okay, I got one put together. Don't do like I did. These boots are pretty old, and I put it on and there we go. I split one right here. It's just dry, worn out. So I'm gonna have to order some boots. But in the meantime, you know what it's gonna do for me to put the bike together. Like I said, I'm gonna put it together to get it running, and there's other things I need to order anyway. So like a muffler, and I might need a carb kit. So in the same time, I'll order new boots. But I'm still gonna put the wheel back together and so on. I know it creates more work, but I need to put it back together to see exactly what I'm missing or what I need to order.